All right, folks, we're back for another update. A lot of things have happened since the last time I gave you an update, so I would check in again before we start the next leg of our journey here. Let's see, since the last time, I've had a lot more tests done. The main ones were a biopsy of the cancerous lymph node in my back, and also a bone marrow biopsy. And the bone marrow biopsy was required because one of the other scans, the PET scan, returned some uncertain results, and we needed that to confirm yay or nay on the bone marrow status. So that test really sucked. They jam a piece into your upper hip or pelvic bone in your back. They try to numb the area, but the body doesn't like having things jammed into its bones. It just isn't fun. But as much as that sucked, it was worth it because that test did confirm that the lymphoma has not spread to my bone marrow. So we're past that. So that's good. And from all the tests that have been done, we now finally have a final diagnosis without any uncertainty. And that diagnosis indicates that what I'm dealing with here is called diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, or DLBCL. It's a common form of lymphoma, which is an aggressive non-Hodgkin's form. There's also more details to the diagnosis, and this is the bad news. The bad news is that this has also got what's called the double expressor in it, which is a mutation, and that lowers or hurts the prognosis. But it is what it is. We're dealing with a double expressor diffuse large B-cell lymphoma here. That's what we're up against. I quizzed the doctors and made sure that they were 100% confident that the diagnosis is accurate and that there's no interpretation. No other opinions would make any difference, and they were confident. So without any uncertainty in the diagnosis, I didn't want to waste another day, and we're going to be getting on with treatment right away now. So speaking of treatment, the way that you treat this is with chemotherapy, and the type of chemotherapy that I'm going to be having is called R-CHOP, and you can Google that if you want to know more. There's tons of information out there. R-CHOP is an acronym for the various drugs that are included. That treatment's going to begin tomorrow, Friday, May 29th, and I'll have it done once every 3 weeks, 6 times. Up until yesterday, there was actually a possibility that rather than doing it that way, I was going to have to be admitted into the hospital for 5 days each time, each 3-week cycle, to administer the chemo. So I was really thankful that the test that came back negative, it's called the FISH test, indicated that I didn't have the type that would have required that sort of treatment. So a little tidbit of good news there, we'll take it. So I'm going to be having all those treatments done at the oncology clinic, which I like because it's not the hospital and they don't treat any COVID patients there. No real chance of contracting the coronavirus at that facility. Even though I'm not an alarmist on the coronavirus, I have to be extra cautious because I am in the compromised category. So no messing around with that. Today I had treatment counseling to prepare me for the chemotherapy and to educate me on what's going to be happening. There's a lot to know. Honestly, I don't even remember all of it. I've still got to look into it, and they prescribed a half dozen different pills that I have to take at different times, and I still need to study up on all that too. There's so much. It's been a little overwhelming this week. Today was also my last day of work for a while, which is bittersweet. It's nice not to have to spend the time and concentrate on that, and I can really concentrate on what I'm fighting now. But I'm thankful to have a good job with great leave benefits and stuff, so I don't have to worry about any of that. This problem would be a lot worse if we had to think about those things as well. So now, hopefully life will be less hectic and I can be single focused. There's been a lot of chaos going on in my life besides this. This week there's been a couple of people close to me that have been hospitalized this week with some other really serious problems. And then we had our air conditioning in our house go out on the first day of the heat wave this week, which kind of threw us for a loop. But with the help of some good friends, we've been able to get that unit replaced today, just in the nick of time. So thanks to everybody that helped me find a good person for that. Even without cancer involved, this would have been a pretty stressful week. I'll be glad to see it over with, even if it's going to end with chemotherapy. So they explained to me today all about the chemotherapy. One of the things they said was that the day of, which will be tomorrow, you're not that sick normally, and then the next day after that, you're not really that bad. But then the 2 or 3 days that follow that are when you really hit the low point and you get really sick. And then after that, you start to come up and recover for the next kind of 2 weeks, and then you go back in and you get slammed with the treatment again and do it all over again 6 times. So yesterday I went in and got this port installed in my chest. There's a bump there. It's really sensitive. But they say that that's a lot better than using an IV to pump all the drugs into your body. So I guess we're looking forward to using it. Physically, I couldn't really complain. I've been feeling great. I don't know why, if it's because of my diet or what, but in the last 3 weeks since I found out about this, now the last week or so, I've been in less pain than I've been in the last couple of months. I don't know, maybe it's just luck, but it's been kind of nice. My diet, I've been extremely strict, and no sugar, no carbs, no alcohol, and I've also done 3 24-hour fasts in the last 3 weeks. And I've been working with a nutritionist at the oncology clinic, and that's also been really helpful. So I'm not just winging it. I've also been able to start getting a little bit of exercise. I actually have that Wahoo trainer, that indoor bike trainer that I told you about last time, and I've been starting to use that, and it's been great. I've got the kids on it a little bit too, so get them some exercise. We've also been swimming in the pool and just enjoying the place. And speaking of that trainer, the one that we ordered actually didn't come in yet because it's on back order. So Tom down at Frame Up Bikes actually lent me his trainer to use. So thanks a lot, Tom. That's so awesome. Now I'm kind of feeling about as ready as I think I can be for this marathon that's about to begin, and I'm relieved to know exactly what I'm up against, and there's been a lot of uncertainty, and now it's starting to finally clear up, and we know what we're up against. I'm thankful to be blessed with strong family and extended family, including including all of you supporting me. It's really great. You know, I can't say thanks enough for all the messages of support and all the help with anything that I need. Everybody's awesome. So thanks. It really does. It really helps. So I don't know how I could be equipped any better to take this on. So so there's nothing left to do but to get on with it. So tomorrow the party begins. It's gonna be a great summer. Here we go. More to come. Thanks. Take care.